Where are all the dads in anime? I've watched a couple things. I grew up watching Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh. Where are the dads? I think it's a problem. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to ByteSized Talks. I'm Jupe. This is Hempy.
Okay, so recently Julian asked me. He challenged me with the movie to watch. I challenged him with the movie to watch. Um, he had me watch Demon Slayer, something, the Mugaden Train.
The Mugen Train, fucking great movie, by the way.
No,
Yes.
no, 3.5 out of 10.
98% on Rotten Tomatoes, by the way.
Yeah, that's probably how many people watched the movie that actually went on, like, to
90,
put it like
98% of people went and watched the movie. Way really?
no, like of the people who are like diehard fans, like actually went and like left a review of it. You have okay. Let's just talk anime in broad scope. It's a cult. Okay, if you're into anime, it's because you got in at a young age. Anime has like a 0.01 conversion rate of getting people who didn't watch like anime and get them to convert over to it. Now I'm
Adam,
not talking about full animated series. I think anime to me is like like originally an Asian
it's anime is
Chinese.
considered from I guess Japanese animation is what they call
Okay,
anime.
okay, yeah. But any one of those, so like your Dragon Ball Z, your
Dragon Ball Z is
Pokemon.
amazing too. Attack on Titan, holy shit! The finale on that was amazing.
You're part of the cult. I understand you're drinking the Kool Aid. I really think you got to be into that from a young age to fully appreciate it, right? I think the buy-in rate is something like when I watch it, I'm like nobody, and when you're watching an actual movie or show, like if they would like every time they get frustrated, like start bursting into tears that are screaming out of their head. Like if they did that, you'd be like, what the hell? What
Well,
the
not
hell
not
is
every
this?
anime is like that either. There's
A
there's
lot of you could tell me like not all of them. Other ones have tentacles coming out of sexual places. I understand that. Okay, but there's a vast majority of them that use even your Demon Slayer that use these over expressive like they'll hit a variety of emotions, but they're all an inch deep. Very, very shallow display of emotion
yeah, no,
in a lot of
it
them.
depends which anime you watch. There's ones that are a little more serious. There's ones that are a little more based on reality. Um, but it really just depends.
Okay, they're based on reality. Let's get back to the main point of today's discussion. Where are the dads? Why are there no dads in anime?
Yeah,
Like,
you brought this up a while ago, and it was a good point. Is that most anime, the main character's dad is always missing, and
gone, dead. Like,
now there are a few exceptions. Dragon Ball, Goku, he's very present with his son Gohan, as is Vegeta with his son
where's his
Trunks.
dad though?
Well, his planet was destroyed. Way the whole Saiyan race was killed.
No excuse.
Although Goku's father figure, in a sense, he was killed when Goku was at a young age by Goku. Um,
Goku killed his dad.
yeah, well, his I guess his guardian, because he turned into the giant monkey with the full moon and went on. Yeah, he went on a rage and
Tell
killed
me you're in
his.
a cult without telling me you're in a cult.
And he accidentally killed him without knowing. And yeah, so he's missing his father figure at a young age.
You know his dad who also wasn't around?
Who's
Jesus Christ.
what? What does that have to do with anime?
I'm just saying that sparked a religion that has a really strong following.
Well,
Your
we're
anime.
going to get into that. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, are all the same person at that point.
uh, we're not getting into that. I'm getting into still picking on anime. Um, the lack of not parental because like grandpa's somehow always alive. Like
Yeah.
grandparents are pretty like prominent, you know,
Yeah.
but the dads just are gone. Like what happened? Like and maybe this is like the result of a bunch of creatives who grew up like post war, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like maybe there was just a lack of like dads around
Yeah.
because like the war had a devastating effect on most soldiers and military personnel are going to be men. So like maybe
So
there was just a vacuum
let's
of
get into
dads.
the main one that you were talking about, Pokemon. So
Yeah.
Ash's mother is very present,
Do
but
they ever
dad,
talk about Ash's dad at
dude,
all?
I don't know. I was too young to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, his dad is never around.
Okay. And then like the one male figure like Ash had
Professor Oak.
was Professor Oak, who was like, "Oh, dude, this dude's about to hit puberty. Let me send him into the forest with some like little dragon monster thing, you know, something that could easily kill him in a forest full of things that could easily kill him or his little demon friend." Like, and I like Pokemon, but like the whole premise of like, let's take this young child who's like 10 years old,
Yeah,
let
he
him
was like
go
10.
into the wild with something that he barely like he can't even fully talk to.
Dude, and it's not even like, hey, go for like an hour, go catch something. No, dude, like go out there for days.
Yeah, and don't come back unless you're a champion.
Yeah.
Like, how many kids never came back?
Yeah.
You know, think about Ash would walk for days before he ran into another kid.
Yeah.
They're just being picked up by Charizards and just eaten.
Scorched.
Yeah, and my theory is like Professor Oak was like a pimp, and like as soon as the kids are getting of age, that like cock blocking age, Professor Oak's like sending them out into the forest to go play with these little demon monsters, and he's just laying pipe around town
So stupid, but it makes
because he's
sense.
not he's not even a great professor.
It makes sense, yeah.
He's not a great professor. How does this guy who proclaims I'm gonna make the Pokedex has information about every Pokemon ever, and I don't know, only missed like 1,000?
It was off by order of magnitude.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's not like he was like, oh, like these are only the Pokemon here. They had ancient Pokemon, Pokemon that were thought to be extinct in there.
Yeah.
Kabuto,
Aerodactyl.
Kabutops, Aerodactyl, the little seashell thing,
Yeah.
um, Moltres, Articuno, right? Like
Yeah.
Zapdos. He had these ancient Pokemon in there, but he didn't have the ones that were across like
The lake?
a river.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And here's the thing, like they had a fax machine that could send these little monsters through,
Yeah.
right? Like they
Yeah.
could teleport your Pokemon. So it's not even like he's like, oh yeah, dude, I've never been there. They could have faxed them one to study. So
How did he miss 950 other Pokemons is the question, I guess.
yeah, dude, like he was like he was running his own cult and just like the no children cult, you know?
No children,
Like
no dads cold.
yeah.
The dads magically disappear every single time. Or Professor Oak is the dad of all of them. One or the other.
Yeah, oh, yeah, because I mean, they never call him like. Well, no, Gary calls him his uncle, right?
I think so.
That Professor Oak is his uncle.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know what you call him,
so,
Gary, but all right.
dude, I'd be so freaking pissed if I'm like walking back to my house and like seeing Professor Oak walking down the stairs. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, bro? What are you doing here? I already got my Pokemon. Like, yeah, fool, and I poked your mom. Like that was the trade off. You got a Pokemon, and then he got the rights to poke your mom. Like he was playing a whole nother game. Very close, one letter off. Like
Shit. That's so stupid. Oh god.
um while we're getting into Pokemon theory, what about the fact that there's a theory because there are humanoid type Pokemon, right? There's Jinx,
Yeah, there's Mr. Mime
uh,
that kinda looks like a human that kinda painted his
right?
face. Yeah.
There's Ditto, who in the latest Pokemon movie, Detective Pikachu, was able to take human form
Yeah.
with super beady eyes. Um,
Yeah, it was creepy.
yeah, but what about the theory that all Officer Jennies and all Nurse Joys are not just clones, but that they're actually Pokemon themselves?
Now, that would make sense because every single Pokemon looks the same.
Yeah,
So, for in order for them to all look the same, they would all have to be the same Pokemon. So
yeah.
that would make sense.
So I saw one person talk about like, what if they're all just like the ultimate evolution of a Chansey, right?
Yeah, because
And
Chansey
like
is the nurse one, right?
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like if they're more of like the caring one, like they become a Nurse Joy.
Nurse
But it
Jo
like
Nurse Joy is the dime and Chansey is the torta, güey. Oh
um,
god.
and then like then like if they're more on the protective side or like
Yeah.
or more exposed to like stuff like that, they become an Officer Jenny.
That
Now,
that makes sense, kinda like how, Eevee turns into the different types of Pokemons
yeah, which
depending.
did you my nephew just told me about this. There's like some new type of evolution uh to where it's not an evolution per se, but like not like there's like like Eevee where it could be like um all the different variations, Jolteon or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like a Tauros like can evolve or like be modified, or it's like a different regional type of Tauros.
Hmm.
There's like a water type of Tauros or something like that. So it's it's not like a full blown separate evolution. It's like, oh hey, this like Tauros turns into like something else.
Yeah.
And there's three different types, but they're based off its environment.
No, I didn't hear about that. Dude, Pokemon's been
Yeah.
getting wild with this. It makes sense because I mean, obviously with evolution, depending on where the animal's at, is gonna evolve differently. But dude, it's getting complicated now with the show.
I completely fell off Pokemon once they got to geometric shapes as Pokemon.
Porygon.
No, 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 no. Not, I was cool with Porygon. Like
Okay.
that's like the Tesla truck of Pokemon. I'm talking about the ones that look like it looks like algebra equations.
Oh, the little symbols
The
from
ancient ones, yeah.
Entei, like the Entei movie or whatever. No, Entei is the Pokemon way, and
No,
it's protecting that little girl, and then the little words or little symbols start coming out and all that. Is that the
I
one you're
thought
talking
you're
about?
trying. I thought you were trying to order something at Starbucks with Vente. Yeah,
Uh,
like it's like they just look like it looks like a freaking alphabet soup floating. Like,
yeah, that's true.
um, once I got to that, like that's where I was like, okay, you guys like you're just mad because people caught them all and got all the cards, and now they don't want to buy anymore. So you had to make up, and like they could have made up all these like Chikorita could have been like, why not say like, oh hey, this is just like they're confined to a certain region, so
Yeah,
like once you like your Pokemon have to exist in this like their particular atmosphere,
yeah,
you know, make where Pokemon exists like a flat Earth reality. There's like five different dishes of flat Earth that you have to travel. It's like interdimensional, and you can't take Pokemon from one to the other.
that would make sense.
Whenever you go to the next level, like you have to have that Pokemon from only that region. All
Yeah,
right, and it gives credit to Professor Oak that he's not just a complete quack, right?
that
Uh,
dude has no degree. You can't call him a
dude,
professor.
yeah, um, yeah, but getting back to the whole thing of this, the dads are just never there.
Yeah, it's hard to think about an anime that has a present father figure. One Piece, nothing. Attack on Titan, nothing. His well, on Attack on Titan, his dad is kind of fucking crazy.
Okay.
But he's also dead.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and like that's it. And there's usually multiple kids, right?
yeah,
Like, and then the oldest kid has to take care of the youngest one because the parents somehow died. You know,
Yeah.
Professor Oak showed up
Erased.
one day.
Erased, that's another anime, and he only has his mom as well. Dude, yeah, it's hard to find an anime with a father figure in it.
Yeah, and dude, I think that's part of their cult. Like it's part of their design. Like we're gonna appeal to kids who don't have strong father figures in their life.
And
At
that's
least
why I
it's
like anime. I feel it. I feel it.
maybe that's why I like Dragon Ball Z cover on. He just wanted to fucking go ape mode. And
Kill the dad. No. Oh god. He lied to
uh,
me my whole life.
yeah, live down the street, cabron.
I'll pick you up in like 5 minutes. An hour later. Where's he at?
Cabron, he lived 2 minutes away. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
He had to drive past you whenever he was going to buy cigarettes. Like,
Go get the milk shit.
yeah,
Just hide himself.
yeah. Uh,
Oh god.
yeah, but let us know if there's an anime that actually has, or if you can think of a case where in anime there's actual strong father figures
Yeah.
who are still around. Not like they come back in ghost form, but are still present. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not a huge anime fan, but I've thrown it out there to some people who are, and like it always comes back with nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
So
Well,
that's what we got for bad luck. Is the lack of dads in anime.
and if you're lacking in that, go hit the like and subscribe button.
Find a connection to something.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good, what is this, Tuesday? Take care.